Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're getting ready to make a Flerd move here. The sheep are ready to go. This is an old home site that they kind of picked out to camp around because of that big old catalpa tree. And the bulls are over here. They're ready to go. Aren't you guys? Boy, that is a pretty bull. Come on, big boys. Yep. Come on, big boys. You gotta get up 720. Come on. Put my foot on him, he didn't even get up. That's what you want. You want gut. You want gut in your bulls. These bulls have got gut. Where's that older woman used to say, where's the beef? Oh, there it is, right there. There's the beef. Well, look at the sheep go. They're ready to rock and roll. The lambs are growing so fast. It's unbelievable. I mean, we're going to be getting them up here in, let's see, around July 14th is when we get them all up, and that's when we ban the ram lambs. And then the ones we want to keep actually get put in with the older rams. And the older rams are still in here. We don't have to worry about them. They don't breed the ewes. The ewes just don't come in. Now you leave them in there till the end of July. You could have some baby lambs out of season, which is not a good thing. There they go. There was a wire up right here, and the boys just took it up. It's just a single wire, and you got to be careful when you're putting wire in grass that's this deep. The sheep will run through it and not even see it. Y'all some pretty happy campers, aren't you? So these bulls go back into our herd here in, well, I guess in about 8, shoot, that's crazy, I lost track of the days. Today's the 18th, so they got 12 days. Put them in July 1st, so we've got cows, though, that are really riding. A lot of cows cycling, which is really good. So that's what you want. Hey, little guy. There he goes. He can't see his mom. But we're giving these sheep and these bulls a pretty good size area. And they're knocking it down. There's the, I think this is this the ewe that's got triplets? I saw two. There's a third one behind her. I can't see it now. No, there's just two there. There's a ewe that looks like her. No? Yeah, just twins. I love twins. There's one ewe in here that's got triplets, and they're all three the same exact size, which is just nuts. Usually if you have triplets, you're going to have one that is a dink, or, you know, a runt, because it's not getting as much milk. Here's a set of twin lambs. They're like, where's mom? Where's mom? You all need to get out there and find her. She's out there in that tall grass. But one thing nice about the bulls in with the sheep, I've noticed that they do actually knock down a lot of the forage. And you'll see them when they really go into some tall stuff, the sheep are actually following the bulls. Because the bulls actually make a nice padded path for the sheep to follow. But yeah, the bulls are doing well with the sheep. They're getting really good selection. The bulls are going after the clover right here. I noticed the other day when we came in here, they're eating mulberry leaves. They're reaching up on a tree and eating the leaves off of it. But yeah, they're growing quite well. And again, that's all grass. There's no grain. And that's what you want to breed, folks. You want to breed animals that can look like that. on grass with no grain. And if you got to feed them grain to get them to look like that, you're probably not going to be making a lot of money. He's filled out. I mean, I don't know where he'd put any more weight. He's just absolutely flush. So he's going to make a good sire for our future. We're looking forward to getting some more calves out of these bulls, because these are the kind of bulls that can put you in the black on your end of the year. Not those great big things. So these bulls, that 3-year-old they just showed you, 720 over there, he's only 3 years old. And I'm guessing he only weighs maybe 1,000 to 1,100 pounds. So these are not going to be your 1,800 to 2,200 pound beef bulls that just get to be monsters and tear your pastures up and break your heifers down. And they calve easy. I mean, you're talking, 50 to 60 pound calves. We haven't, pulled any calves, and that's the way you like it. Not this year. There's been a few had backward leg in them or something. You have to get the leg turned around and maybe help a heifer out, but it's very rare. Look at these sheep. I love the sheep because they are so low maintenance. They just go, They just go. They don't need anything. They absolutely just thrive on what you give them. And that's what you want. And the lambs are just growing like gangbusters. There's a lot of feed in here. This hasn't been grazed. We're on about, on this one we skipped it. So we're actually about 60 days here. We grazed it pretty hard this spring. And when we did, we gave it a good sabbatical, which means we let it completely recover before we brought the sheep or the cows back in here. And it's paid. It's really paid off. So, there's an old saying, and I know I've heard Ian say it, from Africa, South Africa, Ian Michelinis, and he's like, you can overgraze a piece of ground, but you just can't come back. Don't come back until it's completely recovered. Oh, look at that guy. Pretty animal. Pretty animal. But the sheep and the dogs and the cows or the bulls, they're all, it's a Flerd. They don't pay any attention to each other. And I saw a bull the other day walk right through the sheep flock, and heck, the lambs, they weren't scared of him. A couple years ago, we actually had baby lambs hopping on bulls. When the bulls were laying down resting, they'd climb up on them, kind of play on them. And again, the bulls really didn't freak out about it because they're used to it. But look at this. This is the farm we got in 2017, and hadn't had livestock on it for 70 years. And I went and hired an Amish fellow and his son. At that time, it was Jacob and I, and we cleared this. This was all cedars, and we did it in one day. I did have the grapples on that tractor, and the boys were cutting and I was stacking. We cut the logs out of the trees, the good ones. The rest of them were all pushed in a pile down there in that draw, and we burned them. And that was in 2017, but look what it looks like today. We did come back here and we put some lime on this because it was acid. The ground had moss all over it. We put 3 tons of lime on it. And then we touched it with some phosphorus. I think there was, what was that mix? It was 60 pounds of phosphorus and 40 pounds of potassium. We didn't put any nitrogen down. But then we have unrolled hay on here. We took the great Judy bale unroller, and we've unrolled hay on here now for 3 years. Not all of it, just parts of it, because heck, it'd take 500 bales to cover all this. But you start and you unroll your hay on your best ground. Did you hear that? You put it on your best ground, because your best ground gives you your biggest return. And over time, once your best ground starts producing tons of grass, then you can start concentrating on your poorer areas. But if you got a limited fertilizer budget, fertilizer being hay, and you can only afford so much hay, feed it on your best ground first, you're going to get double, maybe even triple return on that hay. If you unroll it on land that's barely growing anything, and you put hay on that, it's going to help it. It's going to help it a bunch, but you're not going to get double. You will not get a double return. So just remember that if you're limited in resources and you're feeding out, let's say 10 bales a winter, put it on your best land first. Once it's up and cranking real well, then you can focus on your other areas. But you got to stay in business, folks. You got to make the payments. If you got a land payment, you got to make a living. And then you can heal the poorer areas of your farm. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Everyone, we'll see you all down the road on the way out. Hit that subscribe button and the like, and we'll see you all at another time.